Let's start on our backs. Place your hands in the crease of your hips and walk your shoulders away from your pelvis. Level your pelvis. Low back is slightly off the mat. Take a big inhale through your nose. Ribs, belly gets big, ribs go wide, and then the collarbones rise. As you exhale, it all deflates. Inhale, belly, ribs, collarbones rise. 3-part breath. On the next exhale, when you do a ha sound, like you're fogging up a mirror. And on the next one, when you do your ha sound, just close your lips, but you still hear the raspiness of the ha sound at the back of the throat. That's the ujjayi breath. And we'll use that throughout this practice. You can feel how it contracts the abs from the back, it wraps around, and the belly pulls towards the spine as a result. We're going to start with the abs. Reach your legs out. Your right arm goes up, left arm out to the side. Inhale. Exhale, bring your chin to your shoulder, and you're going to roll up, just using your abs to get you there. Inhale at the top, and exhale back down. Let the legs go limp, and the abs control this movement. Switch. Left arm, left leg crosses up. Chin towards shoulder, and roll up. No legs. Now exhale, legs go limp and roll down. Abs work. This trains the abs in the proper sequence. This is how you learn to work your abs when you're a baby. Use a ha sound as you roll down, or the ujjayi. They're the same thing, but the lips are closed. You should be able to hear your breath. Feel your belly tighten on the exhale. Stack the hips at the top. No using your heels, no digging. If this hurts your neck, you can always support your head with your bottom arm. No pulling, no forcing. Inhale at the top. Release, bend your knees. Find a neutral spine, a long neutral spine. Right foot goes up to the sky, keeping the pelvis very still. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bring it in and up, and exhale, lower down. Point the toe on the way in. Flex on the way down. If you want to intensify this, you can come to your toe. Spine does not move. Inhale on the way in. Exhale on the way down. Switch feet. Use the ha sound. Or the ujjayi. Feel like you're knitting your low front ribs together, or you're putting your ribs into your pockets. feet to the floor. Bridge. Lift your pelvis off the mat. Lift your head, turn it to the left, put your ear down, and then press your jaws down towards the mat, about 50%, to strengthen your neck. Lift your pelvis. Your feet are pressing towards the front edge of your mat. Now you can't belly breathe here because your abs are working, so 2-part breath. Ribs are going wide, collarbones rising. Press down with the ear and jawbones. Anchoring to the iron core of the earth. Know that you're here on this planet. Lift your head, turn your right ear down towards the mat, and push your jawbones and ear downward. Feet are anchoring to the iron core. Arms are anchoring down to the iron core of the earth. Pelvis is rising. Get fascinated with the movement of your ribs. Know that as your ribs spread and widen, your lungs get full and big. Oxygen saturates the system. Breathe like you mean it, and slowly lower down. If that's too intense, you can lower down on your exhale and rise on your inhale, pulsing in and out of that. Lengthen your legs out. Roll to your right side for the lounge lizard. Pretend you're on a tightrope. Your ankles, your hip, and your hand are on a tightrope. You can bring the hand right under the shoulder. If that's too much, you can be on your elbow or hand out wide. Drop your head to your ear. Let your top arm balance you. Just sag into this. Let your ribs, your bottom ribs, move towards your arm. Ujjayi breathing. Let go more, sag deeper. Roll onto your back for a reverse plank. Lift your pelvis, bend your knees. Breathe. If your neck allows it, you can scrape your chin along your Adam's apple and then let the head go. Bend your elbows. If this is too much today, you can lower the hips and bring them back up. And then release onto the other side. Head goes down. Just let your head go. Top shoulder moves away from your head. Ribs sag. Watch the movement of your ribs. Onto your stomach. For a low cobra, hands are about 6 to 12 inches out in front of your shoulders. Your arms are in a straight line from your middle finger to your shoulder. Belly up, pubic bone anchors down. Inhale as you rise, exhale as you lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale as you rise, a little bit higher. Press into your hands, elbows in tight, graze the ribs. As you exhale and lower, you're reaching your ribs away from your pelvis. And as you inhale, you bring your chin up along the Adam's apple and then unfurl the neck at the top. Fingers and toes spread wide. Belly up, pubic bone down at the beginning of every movement. Low ribs move away from pelvis, middle ribs move away from low ribs, and upper ribs move away from middle ribs. With your knees down, you're going to press up into a plank on all fours. One knee down, one knee back. And then you're going to lift the knee on the mat up just an inch. Breathe. Release and switch. Level your pelvis. Press into your pointer finger and thumb. Release, sit back, palms together. Make a pointer fingers together, thumbs cross. Wrist cocks up, forehead down. Breathe into your low back. Feel your low back expand like a balloon. The back of the right hand goes down, and then walk the hands to the right. When you feel the whole left side stretch, breathe there. If the bottoms of your feet are, you can curl the toes under. Ujjayi breathing. Watch as your belly inflates, gets big like a balloon, and as you exhale, it pulls up towards the navel. Navel, fine. Come back to center. Back of the left hand goes down. Move to the left until you feel the right side on the stretch. Ujjayi. Belly and low back expand. On the inhale and on the exhale, everything gets smaller. Come back to center. Walk your hands in. Sit back on your heels for just a moment. And then to the side. Bring your legs around. Right foot comes into the calf, the thigh, or you can turn the sole of the foot up at the crease of the hip. Inhale. Exhale. Opposite hand to foot. So right hand, left foot. The other arm reaches around and grabs some clothes or your thigh. Drop your head to your shoulder. You can grab any body part with the right hand, or you can wrap a belt around the foot and hold it. First, breathe into the ribs that are high. Get them to move. The low ribs are collapsing some, so breathe into them. Get them to expand. Create space. collarbones right up. Release. Slowly rise up. Bring your left hand down and your right foot. You're going to roll onto your hip. Come to your elbow. Turn the arm out 45 degrees like you're holding a cup. And then you're going to lift your hips. The right arm can either touch the ground or it can go straight up, whatever works for you today. If this is hurting your shoulder, stay low or press deeper into the right foot. If you want to retract your head and look to your top shoulder like you're looking at a fly on your shoulder, it'll strengthen your neck. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Slowly lower down. You can always pulse in and out of that as well. Let's roll to the other side. Left foot crosses, elbow. Turn the hand out 45 degrees or make a fist to the corner of your mat. Same thing. And lift. If this is too intense, lift and lower with your hips. And press deeper into the left foot. The bottom shoulder moves away from your head and into its socket. Release down. Sole of the foot goes up or into the thigh or into the calf. In overhead, left hand to foot. Drop your head into your shoulder. Other arm reaches around and grabs something. Watch your belly expand. Ribs widen. Upper chest moves towards your chin. Ujjayi breathing. Toes widen. Make your breath longer and longer. If you can do 5 count inhale, do a 5 count exhale. If you can get to a 7 count inhale, do a 7 count exhale. Release. Drop your head. Roll up through your spine, inhaling. Your right shin is parallel to the edge of the front of your mat. The left leg comes back, the knee will be bent. You're working on getting it over time. Walk yourself over the front leg. You can double fist it and put your forehead on your fist or flatten one hand or both hands. Just support your neck. Bring your chin towards your Adam's apple. Laying over the thigh, your right hip is on the mat. Your right knee is on the mat and your right ankle. The back leg doesn't matter. If you're feeling more flexible today, you can move towards the shin. Ujjayi. Rising up, bring your right elbow to your arch, right arch. If it doesn't reach today, use your hand. You can use any hand placement. Drop your head to your shoulder. Just lean into this. Let your torso go. Spread your toes wide. So if you want your hands here or here, this part doesn't matter. Release. You're going to switch sides. Left elbow to your right thigh. Now this one may be easier if you hold under your shoulder. But again, whatever arm placement suits you, drop your head to the other side. This is a tougher spot to breathe in. So see how much you can get your ribs to move. Any collapsing area, breathe deeper into them. And then slowly come up. You're going to switch legs. The hip has to be down. So left, sit on your left knee, left ankle. Send your right leg back. And wherever that right leg ends up is fine. This priority, this priority, and the down. Lay over the leg or the shin, whatever works. Prop your head up, but tuck your chin towards your Adam's apple. And then come inside yourself. If you have any part that's bothering you, breathe into that part. If it's your shoulder or your hip, deep breaths. And send them right to that joint. I'm mesmerized by the movement of your torso and your ribs and your legs. Ujjayi, you can hear your breath. You can hear it on the inhale as well. Maybe your back knee goes a little straighter after a minute or two. Rising left elbow to left arch, or your wrist to your arch, or forearm to your arch. Do whatever you want with your arms and drop your head to your shoulder. Rise up, opposite elbow to leg. Drop your head. The ribs are closed. Let your neck go another millimeter. All of your awareness is focused on you. You can do breath at the top and at the bottom. Just for a second. Slowly come up. Bring your legs around. Roll down. Right knee over the left. Drop your legs to the right until your knees touch. Let your whole torso come up, left arm up to the sky. The left knee and left ankle are fully grounded to the mat. And then lower the arm down towards the floor. And then float your arm from a T to a Y shape and back to a T shape, just stretching across the front of the shoulder. Go back to your breath awareness, your inner exploration. Lengthen the back of your neck. And slowly lifting your knees using the abdominal wall. To do so, switch. Left knee on top, drop left. Everything turns with the knees. Right arm goes straight up. Shoulders stack, hips stack, and then the right arm goes out to the side. Right knee stays grounded as the right arm moves from a Y to a T. Ujjayi. Using your abdominal wall to lift your knees, moving into dead man's pose. Feet come to the outer corners of your mat. Turn your palms up. Lift your head, lengthen it out, lay it back down. Walk your hips away from your ribs. Drop your jaw. Release around your eyes and around your mouth. Feel your cheeks move down towards the floor. Throat softens. Shoulders let go. Release down all the way to the fingertips. Drop your jaw again as your tongue widens and flattens. Throat softens, chest lets go. Glutes spread like jelly as the thighs release. Kneecaps float, calves let go. Feet surrender. Gather up all your thoughts about the past, set them on a cloud, let them float away. Gather up all your thoughts about the future, set them on a cloud, let them float away. They'll come back later. Affirm the past does not exist. The future does not exist. Only this moment in time is real, so be here. wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take a big inhale, reach above your head and stretch. Exhale, roll to your right side in a fetal position. Very slowly push your way up to a seated position that you like. Bring your hands in front of your heart and choose 3 blessings in your life and give thanks. As you exhale, lower your ego